welcome! My name is Liz Filios, and I am here on behalf of the Free Library of Philadelphia Early Learning Program and Storytime in the Zoom room. We're so excited that you're here to play with us and dance with us and sing with us and read with us today. We're going to be using our imagination and having a wonderful time. So welcome. It's so great to have all of you with us. We are going to focus on little ones aged birth to 5 years old and their grown-ups today, having fun, learning, and playing together. And we invite older siblings, friends, and family to participate and support their little ones in their literacy and language journey. Listen out for helpful tips today on how to adapt each activity for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. We'll help you do that. And as a reminder, some of this programming will be in English, and some of it will be in Spanish. Parte de esta programación será en una mezcla de español e inglés. Today we are reading Hiking Day by Anne Rockwell with permission from Simon Schuster, and it's so exciting to read that story with you. We'll be getting into that a little bit more in a second, but we're also going to be dancing and painting and creating some poetry and movement and using our imaginations. It's gonna be a great day. I'm so happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us today. Before we meet our guest artists, a couple of important reminders. First, at the end of this program, families will have the opportunity to win a $25 gift card if they complete the survey afterwards. So be sure to stick around for that. We'll drop the link in the video description below. Also, we have some really wonderful people here today from all kinds of different disciplines and all across the country. So let's dive in and meet them. Our very first guest today is the wonderful, beautiful, talented Tana Kiel Marquez. Hi, Tana, welcome.
Hello, hola a todos. I'm so excited to be here and read this book with you, Hiking Day, El Día de Caminata by Anne Rockwell, illustrated by Liz Rockwell, and with permission by Simon and Schuster.
Wow, thank you so much for being here, Tana. I can't wait to read that story with you. Thanks so much.
Me too.
Yay! After we do some story time with Tana, we are going to be doing a little dancing with one of my favorite movers, Karen Getz. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Liz. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's ready to do some dancing and moving. So ask a grown-up or a big person to make some space and grab a buddy, a grown-up or a small person, a pet or a stuffed friend like Edward and Basilia, and get ready to dance.
I can't wait. Thanks so much for being here, Karen. See you soon.
See you soon.
After we do some movement with Karen, everybody, we are going to do some more exploring with our bodies and our minds, playing with poetry and language with the beautiful Mariah Gant. Hi, Mariah, welcome.
Hi there.
So great to have you. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today.
Yes, my friends, I hope you are ready and excited. We are going to be taking a little trip to the beach today with our movement. So make sure you bring your imagination and your bodies to get moving.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Mariah. I can't wait to do that with you.
Bye.
After we do some moving and some imagining with the wonderful Mariah, we're going to be making some artwork with the amazing Freddie Amil. Hi, Freddie! This is very exciting because Freddie's going to be teaching us to paint and move together. There he is. Hi. I know it's very early. Where are you right now?
I'm in Los Angeles, California right now.
Oh my goodness.
But I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Whoop, whoop. And I bet the sun's just coming up where you are today.
Yes, it is. Got up bright and early just for you all. Can't wait to get painting with you.
All right. Well, I hope that you all have your paints ready to go. We're going to be making some amazing crafts with Freddie. Thanks for being here, Freddie. See you soon. And last but certainly not least, we're going to play some games with the amazing Owen Corey. Hi, Owen. Welcome to Storytime.
Hi, Liz. Thank you.
Tell us about what we're going to be doing today.
So today we're going to actually be making up our own entirely brand new stories using two incredibly fun storytelling games that we're going to learn together.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Owen, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to make up a brand new story with you today. All right, friends, those are our special guests. Aren't they amazing? And I am so excited that you're here to play with all of us today. We have got so many cool activities and things to do, so be sure to play and sing along with us. And you can even leave some comments below and let us know how you're doing today. We're going to start out our day today by doing some singing. So let's dive in. I've got my keyboard right here and I'm ready to play a brand new song just for you. Singing is a wonderful way, grown-ups, to help increase your child's vocabulary and strengthen their literacy and memorization skills. This song is all about fall weather. Have you had a chance to look outside your window today? Talk to your grown-up and tell them, what's the weather like where you are today? My weather is a little bit cloudy, but it looks like the sun wants to peek through. Maybe it will later today. This song has a verse that's about warm weather and some verse that is about cold weather. When the weather is cold, what kind of sound do you make? I tend to make a sound like this. Can you make that sound with me? Good job! And when the weather is hot, I often make this sound. Can you make that sound with me as well? So there will be an opportunity inside of this song for you to do both of those actions. Do you remember what the action is for cold weather? That's right. And do you remember the action for hot weather? That's it. Great job. Well, I think we're ready to sing this song now, so let's get started. Let's get ready to go on a fall adventure. Ready? Here we go. Outside my window, the sky is blue. We've got some things to see, yeah, we've got a lot to do. And whether the weather is cold, whether the weather is hot, we'll be together whatever the weather, and whether you know it or not. There's always sunshine and apple pie, two of the reasons why I love the seasons. I love spending the time with you out on an autumn day, or when we choose to stay inside together. Whatever the weather, we'll be together. Whatever the weather, it's true. I'll be here with you. Well, what's that? Oh, the sky isn't blue where you are today. Well, I guess we should make another verse about cloudy weather. Ready? Outside my window, the sky is gray. We've got some books to read and we've got some games to play. Here we go, ready? Whether the weather is cold, whether the weather is hot, we'll be together whatever the weather, whether you know it or not. There's always sunshine and pumpkin pie, two of the reasons why I love the seasons. I love spending the time with you out on an autumn day, or when we choose to stay inside together. Whatever the weather, we'll be together. Whatever the weather, sing along with me. We'll be together. Whatever the weather, we'll be together. Whatever the weather, it's true. Nice job, everyone. I'll be here with you. Nice singing and dancing, everybody. Did you make all of the sounds of the cold weather and the warm weather? I love them both, and I hope you have a chance to explore outside on this wonderful autumn day. But before we go outside, we're going to be exploring on the inside by reading this wonderful book with Tana Kiel Marquez. Tana, come on back, and let's jump into story time.
Thank you so much, Liz. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Hola a todos. I am so excited to read this book with you. Look at the front cover. Like Liz was talking about, we're going to talk about the fall. And in Spanish, fall is otoño. And I'm so excited because fall is my favorite season. And that's why I wore this red dress, because I love the changing colors of the fall. We're going to take our book, if you have it, and turn it around. Look at this. Look at all these amazing colors. The fall colors, colores de otoño. And look at all our mountains. That is our first word we're going to learn in Spanish. Montaña. Mountain means montaña. Can you see montaña? Montaña. Really, really good. Mira las montañas. So beautiful with all these changing colors. We have green, yellow, red, the blue sky. Okay, this is so exciting. So we're just going to have to open up the book and start reading. Here we go. Hiking Day, Día de Caminata, by Anne Rockwell, illustrated by Lizzy Rockwell. And thank you for the permission from Simon and Schuster. So here we are opening up to our first page. How do we say mountain again? Montaña. Very, very good. Okay, here we are. Today, my mother and father and I are going to climb Hickory Hill. Mi mamá, papá y yo vamos a caminar. That's the mountain I see from my window. It looks like a mountain to me, but everyone calls it Hickory Hill. Can you all point where the mountain is? ¿Dónde está la montaña? Are you pointing right here? Really good. That is the montaña. I put on sturdy sneakers, find my floppy hat, and fill my water bottle. That's really good because you need a hat for the shade, sneakers for the mountain climbing, and the water bottle right here for when you get thirsty. And do you see this thing right here? We're going to have to remember this. This is called a terrarium. Can we all circle the terrarium? Really nice. All right, here we go. The ride from our house to Hickory Hill takes about 20 minutes. As we drive, I see fewer and fewer houses and more tall trees. That is our second word we're going to learn. Tree in Spanish. Do you know what tree in Spanish means? Árbol. Can we all say árbol? Árbol. Really nice. And can we all point to the colors of the árbol? Can we point to a red árbol? Are you pointing there? Awesome. Rojo. Can we point to a yellow greenish árbol? Yeah, it's right there. What about an orange árbol? Look at all these orange árboles. Naranja. These are such colorful trees, tantos colores. Okay, as soon as we park the car, we check the map. El mapa. Look how big this map is. As we try to find our trail, están tratando de ver su camino. Y mira, azul, verde, y rojo. Blue, green, and red. She's pointing to which trail? The red trail. Camino Rojo. The minute we stop onto the trail, we are surrounded by all the trees. How do we see tree again? Árbol. Really nice. Árbol. Mire todos estos árboles con todos colores. Y no pueden ver el cielo. They can't even see the sky because the ground, the suelo, is covered in leaves and ferns, con hojas y plantas. It looks like the inside of my mother's terrarium. Remember that thing I told you to circle when they're inside their house? That's a terrarium. And that's what she thinks the whole entire forest looks like, her mother's terrarium. It's so quiet. Tanto silencio. I can hear my sneakers crunching on the ground. That's one of my favorite sounds when we're walking on the fall leaves. You like that sound as well? Can we make it together? Such a nice sound. As we climb higher up Hickory Hill, a fat toad leaps in front of us. Can you point to where the toad is? There he is. And that is our third word we're going to learn. Toad in Spanish is sapo. Can you all say sapo? Sapo. Very nice. And what sound does a sapo make? I know! Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. As it hops up, ribbit, ribbit. Let's see the sapo hopping around. Hey, says my father, where's the red trail marker? Uh-oh, Mom says, where can it be? Are we lost? I wonder. Oh no, why can't they see it? Oh, I see why. Because there's this porcupine in the way and hiding the red trail mark. As we take a look at all the tree trunks, then we notice the prickly porcupine slowly climbing up a tree. As she moves up the trunk, I see the red marker appear. Mira, ¿recuerdan ese color? Rojo. I found it, I cry. Lo encontré. Then all of a sudden we hear tap, tap, tap loud. Can you all make that sound with your finger on top of the table? Exactly, the tap, tap, tap. My mother points up and sees a woodpecker making a hole in a tree. He's looking for insects, gusanos, que viven adentro de, what's this? Árbol, very good. He uses his beak to make the hole bigger and find good things to eat. Bugs, yuck, Dad and I say. We see some yellow mushrooms, unos hongos amarillos, and we see some red berries, bayas rojos, but the beautiful friendly toad is gone. Where's the sapo? Do you see a sapo? I don't see the sapo anywhere. Maybe he decided to hike down Hickory Hill instead of hiking up with us. Soon we stop for a drink. Ella tiene mucho sed, entonces está tomando de su botella de agua, her water bottle. All of a sudden, I know someone is looking at me. Alguien me está mirando. I slowly turn around and see a deer with wide antlers. He leaps away so fast that no one sees him but me. Nadie lo puede ver, pero ella. Oh my goodness. Suddenly the ground below my feet isn't the woodland floor. It's a big, flat rock. Ay, mira! Can we all point to las montañas? Mire todas las montañas, con todos los colores. Can we see how many colors there are? Rojo, amarillo, verde, naranja, el cielo azul, the blue sky. Look at them. They're at the top of the mountain. We're at the summit, my father tells me. La cumbre de la montaña, the top of Hickory Hill. We did it! Éxito! Woo! We all sit down on the sunny, warm rock. Están descansando encima de la montaña. And guess who jumps to be with me? Can you see someone who's jumping to be with them? There he is, El Sapo. And what sound does Sapo make? Very good. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. The friendly fat toad. The end. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias, gracias, Tana. That was amazing. Thank you so much for that story.
Thank you so much. See you all later.
Bye-bye. Did you have fun reading that story with Tana, Kiel? I love that book so much. I love all of the different animals and the colors and the exploring adventure that they have outside. Well, we're actually going to use our imagination now with our next friend, Karen Getz, to do some imaginary exploring. Come on out, Karen, and say hello to the people.
Hello, the people. I'm so happy to be here. Everybody is ready to dance. And if you don't dance regularly, dance is just play through movement. And it's one of the great ways that we learn how we interact with the world, through space and time and rhythm. So, get yourself ready. Make sure there's enough space for you to move around. And if you don't already have a buddy and you're small, grab a big person and partner up, or another friend, imaginary or with you, a pet, or a stuffed and cuddly friend like Edward and Basilia. We're going to start off in a spring walk. So, take a minute and imagine a spring day, early when it's a little chilly. How does that make your body move? Show me. Show your friend and your buddy. How does that make your body move? Basilia, Edward? They're happy. All right, Miss Liz, let's hear some music. I saw a bird. How does a bird move? Let me see. All right. That was wonderful. All right, we're moving into summer. How does summer make your body feel? It's a little warm. You feel the sun on you. It makes you feel all, well, that's how it makes me feel. How does it make you feel? Let me see. Through the summer and a nature day. Wait, hold on, I see a butterfly. I'm gonna follow it. Do you wanna follow it too? That was wonderful. Okay, the seasons are changing and now it's becoming fall. The leaves are falling, it's a little rainy, and sometimes that makes my body go, oh. What does it make your body do? Let me see. Show your friend. Hey, Basilia, what does it make your body do in the fall? Oh, Basilia likes the fall. Do you? Let's go for a walk in the fall weather. What do you see? I see a squirrel. Do you see one too? Can you show me how a squirrel moves? Can you show me, Edward? No, because he's a penguin. I'll show you. That's how I see my squirrel. Let's go play with the squirrel. That was wonderful. Basilia said you did great in fall. Now it's time to go to winter time. When it's winter, I love it. The snow and the cold, it's so clean and bracing. It makes me awake and my body goes like this. What does your body do? Oh, wow! I totally understand. Hey, Edward, what does your body do in the winter? Yes, Edward rocks out, 'cause he loves the winter. Should we go find some penguins and dance like them, Edward? How about you? You ready? Let's go dance with some penguins in the winter. That was so wonderful. And now I want you to just let it go. Look at your partner and dance away however you feel through all the seasons, all right? You ready? Let's go! Beautiful. Thank you so much. You inspired me and Basilia and Edward, who's gone off to lay an egg in the Arctic.
Thank you so much, Karen, for the wonderful exploration through the seasons.
See you, bye.
Bye-bye, and good luck to Edward. I hope that he finds his egg. Well, friends, wasn't that a wonderful exploration of the different seasons? I love the way that each of you moved in a special way depending on the weather. Well, we are going to do some more special movements with our next special guest, Mariah Gantz. Come on, Mariah, let's do some more movement and exploring together.
I'm so excited. Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, if there are three things that I love the most in this entire world, it is the beach, poetry, and movement. And we're going to take all three of those things, put them in a big old pot, stir them around, and we're going to do our own poetry movement piece about a trip to the beach. Now, I'm wondering, can you think about some of the things that you might see at the beach? Some of the things you might hear at the beach? Maybe some things you might feel at the beach. I wonder, can you turn to somebody who's there with you? Maybe your parent or your friend, whoever's in the room with you, a stuffed animal. Can you tell them some of the things you might feel or see or hear at the beach? Now, I bet some of you mentioned that when you go to the beach, you might see the sun. Yes. And I bet some of you might have said, when you go to the beach, maybe you see or hear the waves. Wonderful. I love to see the waves or the ocean or the big body of water. I love to see that. Now, what's something else you might see out in the water? Some fishies, very good. And maybe you might also get to feel some squishy sand beneath your feet. Now, we are going to take all four of those things, the sun, the waves, some fish, and the sand, and we're going to put those all in our poem. Now, what we're going to do first is I'm going to teach you all the movements, and I'm also going to say the words that go along with it. So for my friends who maybe aren't so good at reading just yet, or you're just learning, all you have to do is pay attention to the sounds and pay attention to the movements. And my friends who are doing a little bit better at reading, who are far ahead on their reading journey, you can be prepared to read when I bring up my poem in just a little bit. Now, let's learn our movements. First thing, we're gonna reach our hands high up above our head, make the biggest sun you can make, and we're gonna sway from side to side and say, sun, sun, sun. Let's try that. Sun, sun, sun. Very good. Now you're going to say, feel its rays on me. Perfect. And while you say that, you're going to kind of let your hands sprinkle down like you're feeling the sun rays. So that first part all together is sun, 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 feel its rays on me. Oh, that was perfect. Now our second part, we're going to talk about those wonderful waves we see. I want you to make a big wave with your hand. You're going to give me 3 big waves. Waves, waves, waves. Oh, that's wonderful. Say waves, waves, waves. Hear them crash round me. And on that one, I want you to make 2 big waves like you're being splashed in the face. Exactly. Let's try those 2 lines together one more time from our waves. Ready? Here we go. Waves, waves, waves. Hear them crash round me. Oh, perfect. Let's put that together with our sun. Let me see. Make your big sun. Make your big sun. And sway from side to side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sun, sun, sun. Feel its rays on me. Waves, waves, waves. Hear them crash round me. Oh, perfect. Now, next up, what's something we said we see in the water? It's our fishies. Yes, my favorite part are the fishies. Maybe if you want to be a shark, you can also be a shark. Or a really cool crab. Crab, crab, crab. I'm going to do some fishy motion so you can follow me if you want to be a fish. To be a fish, we're going to put our hands to the side and we're going to say, fish, 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 and see them swim with me. You're going to move your little fins first 3 times. Fish, fish, fish. And when you see them swim with me, you're just going to do a little dance. Oh, that's perfect. Let's try that line together from our fishies. Ready? Here we go. Fish, fish, fish. See them swim with me. So good. Now, the last thing that we see would be our sand. Now, we're going to feel the sand, and I want you to point to it first. You're going to say, sand, 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 like you see it below you. Sand, sand, sand. And then you're going to bring your hands together and feel it squish in your toes while you say, feel it squish beneath me. Perfect. So from our sand, we go, sand, 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 feel it squish beneath me. Now, I think we can try from our fishies line and then move into our sand line. Here we go. Ready? Okay. Fish, 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 see them swim with me. Sand, 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 feel it squish beneath me. Oh my goodness, my friends, that was so wonderful. Now, we're going to do it all the way from the beginning of our poem because we've learned everything. So remember, first we talk about our sun, then we talk about our waves, then we talk about our little fishy fishies, and then we talk about the sand. All righty, let's do it one time together, and then I'll show you my poem. Ready? Here we go. Sun, 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 feel its rays on me. Waves, 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 hear them crash round me. Fish, 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 see them swim with me. Sand, 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 feel it squish beneath me. Wonderful. Now, really quickly, I'm going to share it with me. So like I said, my friends who feel more comfortable reading along, you can do just that. There we go. Now, here's my body if you need to still watch me do the motions. Let's do it from the very beginning. Make your big sun, make your big sun. And here we go. Sun, 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 feel its rays on me. Waves, 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 hear them crash round me. Fish, 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 see them swim with me. Sand, 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 feel it squish beneath me. Let's do it one more time very quickly. You guys are doing so good. Ready? From our sun. Sun, 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 feel its rays on me. Waves, 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 hear them crash round me. Fish, 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 see them swim with me. Sand, 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 feel it squish beneath me. Oh my goodness, my friends. You did such a wonderful job combining our movement and our poetry together. I hope you all enjoyed our little quick trip to the beach.
Thank you so much, Maya. It was nice to get one more beach trip in before fall. Great job, everybody. I loved the way we moved and made the sounds of the sand and the shape of the sun and the waves. What a wonderful poetry adventure that was. Well, I hope that your body is all warmed up because we are about to create some wonderful images using our creative hands with the amazing Freddie Amil. Hey, Freddie, welcome back.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. Are you excited?
I can't wait. Take
Awesome. So for this activity, we're going to be doing some finger painting, okay? And for that, we're going to need to get out our supplies. So get your partners back out if they aren't around, and let's get out your paint. Pintura, right? And then we're going to need the construction paper. I have a yellow piece, which is also amarillo. And lastly, we're going to need the clear Ziploc bags, okay? Sweet, I'll give you a second to grab all that. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show you this cool trick I learned. All right, so these may look like regular paint bottles, but with your imagination, they become so much more. For me, I like to throw things, but I like to catch them as well. And someone taught me this cool trick. Can I share it with you? Awesome. So I have 3 bottles of paint. Now what happens if I make them fly? Yeah, was that cool? Thanks for letting me do that for you. Okay, so now, are you ready? Awesome. So you don't have to use yellow. I just happen to be using yellow. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna hold our construction paper up long ways, like a hot dog, right? We're gonna take the top, and we're just gonna fold it just the tiniest bit, okay? Then, we're gonna grab our Ziploc bag. We're gonna open that up. We're gonna place it inside of the Ziploc, okay? Awesome, that's such a good job. So we're gonna put this in here and slide it all the way down to the bottom, like this. Can I see what you have? Awesome, that's perfect. Sweet. And now, for the fun part. We're gonna be using the paint to do a mess-free finger painting activity. So let's open them up. Right here, I have one of my favorite colors, green, or verde. Can you say that with me? Verde? Oh, that was awesome. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold it up. We're gonna take the paint. We're just gonna pour some in, like this. You can pour as much as you want, as little as you want. Just get it in there. So this is what I have right now. What do you have? Oh, those look so cool. All right. Now you can choose any colors you like. I'm gonna choose some of the ones that I love. So I use green. Now I'm gonna use rojo, or red, okay? And then we're just gonna pour this in as well. Little spill. We'll pour it in like that. And one of my favorite colors, purple, or morado. We'll open this up, gently this time, because I made a little bit of a mess. We're gonna pour this in just like we did the other 2. Awesome. Can I see what you have now? Oh, wow, those look awesome. This is what I have. It's okay if yours looks different. They're all gonna look different, right? And then for this, I'm gonna use one more color. I'm going to use blue or azul. And we're gonna open up the Ziploc, grab our paint, and just pour it in. Just like this. And now, for the fun part. Let's close our Ziploc, right? Make sure it's nice and tight. You know it's gonna be nice and tight and closed. If you listen, you can hear it click into place. Crunchy, right? Like the leaves you were stepping on earlier. So, is this similar to what you have? Wow, those are so cool. Right. And now, we're just gonna be moving the paint around. I'm just gonna put this on a board so I can show you a little better. Sweet. So, the cool thing about this is that once you close it, you could just move the paint around as you wish. Can you all move the paint around with me? You can mix the colors. Looks cool, right? Feels awesome. You can move it upside down and press. Can I see you all press? Awesome. What happens if you put your handprint on it? What does that feel like? Mine feels a little squishy, and the paint's like pushing up and coming down. Look at what the colors look like now. All mixed up and beautiful. Can I see what you have? Those are so cool. This makes me wonder, what do you think the paint is doing when we push on it? I think the paint is dancing. Do you think the paint is dancing? I think that when we press, the paint moves like this. Can you do that with me? Like this. Yeah, that's awesome. Nice movement. So why don't we take a moment and just play with it? Let's feel it out. It's squishy. You can mix the colors up as much as you want. You can even try writing. Let's try draw shape. So let's press down and get the paint all over, right? Let's take our finger and draw a shape. I'm gonna draw a circle. So I'm gonna go this way, around, under, around the side, and back over. That's my circle. Can I see some shapes you drew? Those are awesome shapes. Should we draw another one? Yeah? All right. Let's draw a square, okay? We're gonna do one line on top. We're gonna come over. We're gonna do one line on the side, and it's gonna come down. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Ready? And now for the last part. We're gonna put a base on it and connect the dots. This is my square. Can I see your squares? Awesome, those look so cool. This all makes me wanna move a little. You wanna do a quick paint dance before I gotta go? Yeah? Awesome, okay. So I call this dance splatter. Ready? We're gonna press and we're gonna do a little splatter dance. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and splatter, and splatter, and splatter, and splatter. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. I hope you had fun painting with me.
That was amazing, Freddie. I love that splatter dance. I feel like doing it all the time. Good to see you. Thanks for painting with us today.
Thank you all. See you soon.
See you soon. Did you make some wonderful art today with Freddie? Awesome. I'm so proud of all of you. Way to use your creativity and your body to express yourself. Well, friends, it's almost time for us to say goodbye, but before we wrap up, we have one more game to play with our last special guest artist. It's Owen Corey. Hi, Owen.
Hi, Liz, and hi, everyone, all over again.
I'm so glad that you're here today. So tell us a little bit about the games we're going to play.
So we're going to play two games, one that leads into the other. The first one is called Yes and. And for my grown-ups out there, this is a great game for teaching your young child how to play and take turns and add to people's ideas instead of, canceling them out. It's a way to say, cool, and let's do my thing too. So one of the great things for all my young people out there is stories don't have to be in books. You can make them up yourself on the spot, because every book that was ever written is a story somebody made up on the spot. Now, this game helps us tell stories with somebody else. So what we do is someone starts off with a memory, like way back in the past. Can you wave your hands for way back in the past? It happened before right now. And then they're going to ask their friend if they remember it, but the memory could be totally made up. It could be totally made up. And all the person who's asked about the memory has to say is yes, and then they add something to the story. And that's it. You just keep going forward in the memory by saying yes and every time somebody stops. Liz, can we play yes and together?
I would love to.
Amazing. So here's how we do it, all right? And for my very, very young watchers and the grown-ups of those very, very young watchers, you can move your young watchers' hands and feet in rhythm with what happens in the story, okay? Can all my young people move their hands and their feet? Just get them ready. Just get them ready. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Me and Liz are going to show you how to play yes and. Hey, Liz, do you remember that time we went exploring in the Arctic?
Yes, and that's the first time we met Edward the penguin.
Yes, and Edward the penguin had these like really fun arms like this. His arms are above his head. Can everyone show me what Edward the penguin's arms looked like? He had those arms, right?
Yes, and he was trying to learn how to fly.
Yes, and we taught him how to fly by going like this. Can everyone go like this to teach Edward how to fly? Great. Yeah, and we taught him to fly, right?
Yes, and then he taught us to swim.
Oh my gosh. Yes, and we swam all the way home with Edward the penguin. Can everyone swim all the way home? Amazing. Thank you, Liz. And that's how you play yes and. You start with a memory, and then everything you say after just starts with yes and you keep adding to the story. So we're going to play one more time, but I'm going to leave room for you guys to play with us. I'm only going to hear what Liz says, but I'm going to leave space so that you can make up your own yes and story, okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're excited about that. Thanks, Liz. All right, we're going to play and leave some space for you. Hey, Liz, do you remember that time that we explored the ocean?
Yes, and we dove down to the bottom and found a treasure.
Yes. Okay, now everyone at home, I want you to say yes and what you think happens next after we find the treasure. I'll wait. So yes and.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to throw in mine. Yes, and we had to drag the treasure up from the bottom of the ocean.
Ooh. Let me think. What would happen after we drag the treasure up from the bottom of the ocean? You can add your own yes and with your grown-ups now. Oh, I've got one. Yes, and when we got to the surface, the sun shone down and there was gold that sparkled and it was magical.
Wow. Okay, everyone, all together. Yes. And then add while you think the story ends. Oh my gosh, those are some great endings. I'll throw in mine. Yes, and then we had the treasure and shared it with all of our friends, the golden sparkly sunlight treasure.
Great
Do we think
ending.
that's a good ending?
I think so, yeah.
Great. And I'm sure all of your endings are great too. So now we're going to play a game that's just like Yes and, but we add something. It's called The Forgetful Storyteller.
Ooh, Owen, I
Yeah.
think that Edward the Penguin might like to play this game with us.
Oh, well, that's great because this is a game you can play with as many friends as you can find.
Should we invite more of our friends back?
Let's invite all of our friends back.
Hey friends, can you all come and play with us for one more game? Wow, look at these wonderful friends.
Oh, that's so exciting. So the great thing about this game is all you have to do is call out whichever friend's name you want to jump in, and they will jump in with you. Now, the game's called The Forgetful Storyteller. So can everyone just pretend to forget something? Go, huh, huh. All right, you've got part of it already. Someone is going to start telling a story. They're going to forget part of the story, and then they're going to ask someone to fill in the part that they forgot. So, a quick example. Hey everyone, do you remember the time we went to the zoo and we started walking in and we saw this wild animal, but I forget what animal it was. Freddie, what was the animal?
I think it was a gorilla.
Yes, it was a gorilla. And the gorilla was beating his chest. Can everyone beat their chest like the gorilla? Yeah, and the gorilla was making this really fun noise. Now, for my grown-ups out there, this is a way you can include even a really, really young toddler who might not be making words that we understand yet, but they are making really great noises. So you could ask a question like, oh, Liz, what did the gorilla sound like? Right, it sounded like, ow. Can everyone make the gorilla sound and beat your chest? And then we walked up and said, hey, gorilla, that's kind of a cool sound you got there. Do you know any songs? And the gorilla sang us this wild song. Tanakil, do you remember the song the gorilla sang?
Yeah, it went a little bit like cha cha cha.
Right. Okay. Cha 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 cha. Let's all dance with the gorilla. Cha 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 cha. Cha 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 cha. Oh my gosh. And then we became best friends with the gorilla, right? Because we were doing the dance. And then we met our penguin friend, and our penguin friend said something to us about his gorilla friend. What was it, Penguin? Right. Can everyone say what the penguin said to the gorilla? It went like. And then we left the zoo that day with two new best friends. The gorilla who went, oh, and the penguin who went, gosh, that sounds like a great time.
But there was one more twist at the ending of the story. I forget. Mariah, do you remember what happened at the very end?
Oh, you know what? At the very end, we all decided we wanted to take a trip to the roller coaster park.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Everyone go on the roller coaster. Oh my gosh, what an exciting story we just had. And that is a great thing, is that any person who's in the story can jump in and say, oh yeah, I remember, and then ask somebody else. It's a great way to practice taking turns and a great way to practice participating in making up a brand new story.
Wow, thank you so much, Owen, for teaching us that game. And thank you all for being here to play along with us today. Let's give some applause to each other. And to all of you who are playing along at home, hooray for you! Thanks for playing with us today. This was a really, really fun morning, and I'm so glad that we got to share it with you. Friends, a couple of final reminders before we say goodbye. Just make sure that you fill out the survey in the video description below. You can also find information there on how to get a library card, so be sure to check that out. And don't forget, you have that opportunity to win a $25 gift card if you finish the survey. And join us again in December. There's going to be more Storytime fun and opportunities with the Free Library of Philadelphia then on YouTube Live. But until we meet again, take a look at the playbill that you received for additional literacy tips and activities that you can do at home with your child. Thanks everybody. Gracias a todos. It was such a fun morning. I hope that you have a wonderful autumn. Bye everybody. I'm going to do some of the dances we learned today. Bye-bye, everybody!